Snails. Would you try it?
You might not look at this and think, I should eat that. But in France, people eat about 700 million snails a year. Snail farming even has its own term, heliciculture, and the global industry is valued at around $12 billion. And while many different cultures enjoy escargot worldwide today, it is known as a French delicacy. So what is with the obsession with snails? And why do the French love them so much? And how does eating snails involve protein, a Russian czar, and rat poop? Leave your guesses in the comments, and by the end of the video, you'll know the answers. For some of us, snails may be annoying, invasive creatures in the garden, or just cute, slow crawlers that show up on the sidewalk after a rainy day. But snails were an excellent food source for our ancestors. In the Mediterranean countries, people ate those slimy creatures as far back as 30,000 years ago. Now, if you've never eaten escargot before, let me try to describe it to you. This gooey delight has a meaty texture. It's moist inside, and it usually takes on the flavor of the sauce it's cooked in. Escargot is also pretty good for you, which leads us to the protein. The protein content of snails is very similar to pork and beef. There's about 18 grams of protein in 113.4 grams of snails. And if you're trying to decrease your fat intake, well, you're also in luck, because that same portion only has 2 grams of fat. Surprisingly, snails are also good sources of iron, calcium, vitamin A, and several minerals. So those snails we talked about earlier, the ones in your garden and on the sidewalk, could you eat them? Well, good news. You can. But, and this is a pretty big but, you'll need to be very careful. Preparation is crucial for safely eating snails. You can't just eat them right out of the garden. After catching your common garden snails, you'd want to put them on a diet of lettuce and water for about 7 days. Or you can go the gourmet route and feed them barley, cereal, or vegetables. You'd put your snails on a fast for 3 days before you plan to devour them. This clears their digestive tracts. And please do not try eating raw snails. Remember the rat poop? Well, eating raw snails could lead to a condition called rat lungworm disease. The rat lungworm is a parasite that snails can pick up from rat feces. Do I need to continue explaining this? Eating a raw snail with a rat poop parasite is bad. So how should you cook your clean snails? Famous chefs like Julia Child might recommend using garlic, green onions, and butter. But another chef may prepare them with a wine and cream sauce. Remember the snail's nutritional value that we talked about earlier? Well, this is how snails become a less healthy food choice. Legend has it that one of the most famous French chefs of all time, Marie-Antoine Carême, prepared a special escargot de Bourgogne to impress the Russian Tsar when he visited France in 1814. But do you know that the snails used to make the famous escargot de Bourgogne have been disappearing in France? Years of harvesting, agriculture, roads, and railroads have devastated the snail population, forcing the French to import snails. So when you picture yourself sitting along the Seine River in Paris, sipping on a glass of Chardonnay as the buttery, garlicky escargot melts in your mouth, try not to think about the imported snail shipped in from another part of Europe, like Hungary or even the Ukraine. Mon Dieu! If escargot is not an expensive enough delicacy for you, how about escargot pearls? These snail eggs are popular among the ultra-rich. 1 kilogram can cost more than $3,000. Why are they so expensive? Well, you could ask the same about Wagyu beef, saffron, and truffles. And I know that you did. Do you want to find out? We have the answers on more episodes of Origins of Food.